Adwoa. Girl. No. Pack you a snack or some water. We're about to go on a journey. Okay, boom, I got my iPad here so I can do this in order and with decency. I'm gonna go by brand in the same order I went in my Black Friday haul video, and we're tackling 3 things. First and foremost, what I purchased, again, plain and simple. Next, I'm gonna talk about the shipping speed, how long I had to wait to get my products. And then last but not least, my thought on the products, how I liked it on my hair, etc. Let's get shaken. First up is Tgin, and the only product I purchased was the Sweet Honey Hair Milk. You should know I talk about this in almost every wash day recap. I love it so much. So would I purchase again? Maybe. I just bought 2, okay? I didn't have to worry about shipping because I went and got it in my local beauty supply store. And as far as the thoughts on my purchase, how it works in my hair, I love it. It is my favorite leave-in conditioner, and I hope they don't change the formula. Moving on. Next up, we have She Scented, and from this brand, I purchased 3 products. First was the Royal Honey and Argan Hair Mask. Next was the Marula Mallow Miracle Melt Mask. And last but not least was the Plum Nectar and Agave Moisture Rich Hair Mayo. So first and foremost, would I purchase again? Absolutely not. I'm gonna give it a heavens no, because all 3 of these deep conditioners do something to my hair. I don't even understand why it tangles so bad. I kicked things off with the Royal Honey and Argan Hair Mask, and my roots were so tangled, the most tangled they've ever been on a wash day. Horrible, 0 stars, okay? Then I went and tried the Marula Mallow Miracle Melt Mask, and that was a little bit better, but it just did not do what it needed to do. A lot of slip upon application, but yet again, my hair was feeling very tangled. And then I did one section of my hair with the Plum Nectar and Agave Moisture Rich Mayo just to see if I would want to use it for an entire wash day, and it was giving no. So, sorry guys, I would not purchase again. However, if you're interested in purchasing from She Scented on Black Friday, excellent shipping, excellent process. It was the fastest shipping, I think, next to Curl Origin, which was very fast as well, and their sister brands. But yeah, I got my products, I think, by December 14th or 15th, and you guys know around Thanksgiving is when you order for Black Friday, and I believe I ordered on Black Friday, which was November 29th. So for me to get my products in like 2 weeks, it was super seamless. And then I also really enjoyed that they shut their site down. They was like, we are going to be fulfilling orders. Y'all can order when we restock. I just love the transparency, and I just think it was a really great experience. So even though the products didn't work for my hair and I wouldn't repurchase, if you like lighter consistency deep conditioners and products of that nature, I definitely recommend giving She Scented a try for Black Friday, because I had a really good experience for my first time around. Okay, moving on to our next brand, Eden Bodyworks. I purchased the Cocoa Shea leave-in conditioner and would not purchase again. The product was just too light for my strands. However, it did provide a lot of shine. It did have a lot of slip, and I liked how my hair felt upon application. But like I said, not for me, girl. It wasn't packing the punch, and it just kind of felt like nothing on my strands once it soaked in. Now moving on to shipping speed, wasn't something I had to deal with because I bought it in person at a beauty supply store. Now for African Pride, I purchased the Aloe and Coconut Deep Conditioner, and baby would not buy it again. However, it did have very good application. It went on super milky and smooth with a lot of slip, but when I rinsed it out, it did something weird to my ends where they were tangling really bad on each other, and it just didn't feel like it left behind the moisture that I was looking for. So I'm gonna stick to the pre-poo, because the pre-poo's fine. The deep conditioner, not so much. As far as shipping, this is another not available because I went and got it from the store. Let's keep it pushing. Okay, next brand is ORS, and I purchased 2 products. First being the Rice Water Silkening Leave-In Conditioner, and the second being the Coconut Oil and Baobab Anti-Breakage Cream. Would I repurchase? No, baby, but let me explain. The leave-in conditioner scent is way too overpowering for me. I'm not trying to be fighting through a headache on wash day. Not saying it's that deep. I'm a bit dramatic. But I just felt like it was a little strong for my liking. Now, the scent does dissipate, which is a good thing. But another thing I'm not really feeling is the ingredient list. It is longer than a daggone CVS receipt, and I just don't feel like it's screaming safety. Budget friendly, for sure. but safety, absolutely not. And because I like the Tgin Sweet Honey Hair Milk better, it just performs better, has better ingredients, and I think I'm okay with paying the price that it's required. I just feel like there's really no point for me to repurchase this leave-in. Now, for the cream, I definitely would not repurchase because it is so temperamental. This leave-in that I just talked about is the only thing in my stash that the cream mixes with. We can't do that. You need to have at least 2 or 3 friends. You can't just only have one person you're trying to ride or die with. Not in my collection. But anyway, y'all, let me wrap this up. As far as shipping, once again, it does not apply because I got this in person. Next case! Moving on to Curl Origin. I purchased 6 products from this brand. Let's rattle them off. First and foremost, I got the Triple Butter Moisturizing Curl Cream. Then I got the Agave and Apricot Moisture Drench Rich Cream, followed by the Marula and Quinoa Moisture Mania Hair Mask. And then I got the Curl Hydrating Leave-In Conditioner, then the Honey and Hibiscus More Moisture Please Deep Conditioner, and last but not least, the Double Moisture Overnight Mask. Now, would I repurchase from this brand? I'm gonna give it a no, and here's why. First and foremost, the Triple Butter Moisturizing Curl Cream, I did not like how it felt on my hair. However, I have made some changes to my hair, the products that I'm using since I used it for the first time, and I think I will revisit it, so just stay tuned on that. We're gonna give it a let's try it again video and go from there. As far as the Double Moisture Overnight Mask, I did enjoy it, and I really liked it, especially when compared to the Curl Origin and She Scented counterpart deep conditioners. However, it does not beat Mrs. Mish Indulge, so I will not be repurchasing. The Honey and Hibiscus More Moisture Please Deep Conditioner, same thing. When compared to its, competitive deep conditioners within the line or within the brand or even the sister brands, it stacks up pretty well, but it does not really stack up against the big kahuna, okay? Mish Indulge. And then as far as the last 3 products, baby, if you watched my combo with Natural Ray Ray, you should already know it was a nosedive. That Curl Hydrating Leave-In Conditioner tangled my hair bad. The deep conditioner tangled my hair, and then the Agave and Apricot Moisture Drench Cream, it just didn't stand a chance because of what I had underneath. So I will be revisiting the Agave and Apricot Moisture Drench Cream. I'm gonna give that a let's try it again video too, girl. But the Moisture Mania Quinoa, gave that to my bestie. The Curl Hydrating Leave-In Conditioner, threw it in the trash. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As far as the shipping and the speed of the shipping, super amazing, okay? I think I got my products December 10th, December 11th. It was quick. I hit press send on my order and then the package showed up at my house. It was like Amazon. It was crazy. So yes, if you want to order from Curl Origin, I definitely would recommend a very speedy shipping. Everything was really nicely packaged. Now they did have the packing nuts. Hate that for me. I would have preferred like carbon, maybe like the cardboard paper or like something just to keep it in place. The packing nuts is a little nuts, especially for 2025. But 2024, I'm gonna let them have it. Hopefully they don't repeat that, but I won't know because I'm not gonna be repurchasing them from Black Friday. But anyway, I'm rambling a bit. I just want to wrap this up by saying shipping was really good. If you're gonna buy from Curl Origin for 2025 Black Friday, I say give it a try. It was great. Loved it for me. Moving on to the next brand. We got Adwoa Beauty. I purchased 4 products, which were the Baomint Moisturizing Curl Defining Cream, the Baomint Deep Conditioning Treatment, the Blue Tansy Leave-In Conditioning Styler, and the Baomint Leave-In Conditioning Styler. Would I purchase from this brand again? I'm gonna give it a heavens no. Let me tell you why. Quick disclaimer, I'm about to go through my debacle in Storytime, which is crazy considering I had an entire debacle in Storytime on Black Friday. Here we are 4 months later in the same position. Baby, let's get into it. So first and foremost, I made my Adwoa Beauty order on Wednesday, November 27th of 2024. I had a whole situation like I just mentioned. If you want to see what happened, go ahead, watch my Black Friday haul video. But the Lord made a way through my husband, Clyde. Moving on. Now, I make my Black Friday order, a whole December goes by. I don't hear nothing. Instagram, I don't see nothing. I don't got a tracking order update type nothing. All right. January 6th is a Monday. I'm gonna pop the email up here, baby. Do your reading, pause me, and I'll get right with you. Now, two things that stood out to me from reading the email. First and foremost, the 20% off coupon code valid until 6/30/2025. I kind of felt like, okay, they trying to incentivize us. I like it, but 20% off considering I just got 55% off, I really don't know if I'm gonna be using that. Also, I didn't get those products yet, so I don't know if I'm trying to buy more products that might not get here in time. So I'm gonna wait till I get what I ordered and then maybe we'll revisit. Great, it's valid until the end of June, fine. The second thing that, stood out to me was, until your order ships, we will send you regular updates as we work through this process. I loved it. They bolded it. Communication is key. A lot of times businesses cannot, control what happens to them. So I just really liked it that they had that transparency as far as we're going to communicate with you. Sit back, relax. We'll let you know when your order's coming. Great. No problem. Moving on with life. Now, time passes, and by time, I mean 24 days. It is now January 30th, and I send an email. Pause me again, do your reading, and we'll chat. Okay, what I loved about my exchange with Melissa Jones was she came right in with my order number, confirming that it was me, let me know when it was scheduled to ship, even added a touch of sympathy to go with my concern as a first-time buyer. We love to see it. Also talks about the manufacturer, the issues on the back end, a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, but we already know what's up, obviously. And then, of course, doubles down on when my order is supposed to ship. Sounds pretty good. I loved it and received her warm regards very graciously. Moving on. All right, once again, time passes, and by time, I mean 27 days. Now, I don't know about y'all, but sue me. I'm rooting for everybody Black. And sometimes that means giving a little bit of constructive criticism. And in this case, I felt like that was what was necessary to do. Especially because I'm not the type to come on here and talk to YouTube, talk to my husband, talk to XYZ, and not provide that feedback to the person, especially if I feel like it's applicable. And so in this case, I have my 2 points about being intentional to meet the expectations you set, and then also considering how potential rewards will be perceived. Because like I just told you guys, if I'm getting a coupon or if I'm getting some sort of incentivized to purchase more products for a brand that I haven't received products yet, it's sort of like a mixed messaging. I don't really feel too comfortable with that. And so I wanted to send that out, say, hey, I understand you're probably going through some unforeseen circumstances, which is cool, but you are responsible for the communication part, which has been slacking. Because if we're going to add up the first amount of days and the second amount of days, that's above 50 days, okay? We're inching on 2 months of no communication that I've gotten from the brand. And so that's why I also included, I'm not sure what your operational definition of regular is as far as a regular update or regular cadence, but this seems a little bit distant. And maybe if every 60 days update or every 50 days update is something that's normal, cool. That's why I said I don't know what the regular is, but more than 3 weeks passed without further update, that's a little long, and that's just facts. Hopefully y'all got the flow by now. I'm gonna show y'all Melissa's response, and I'll be back. Now, what I'm about to share is my opinion. In my opinion, it's something in the buttermilk ain't clean. I did not receive an email on February 17th, but that does not change the fact that they said they sent one. Technology happens, mistakes happen, cool. I'm gonna address that in my next email screenshot that I'm gonna show y'all. However, as far as we've communicated several times, more than many companies typically would in similar situations, this is exactly why I asked, well, what's regular, right? I don't know what regular is for you guys, but 3 weeks was longer than 3 weeks was what I experienced. And in my opinion, that's a little long, like I had previously said. And so you saying you communicated several times, based off of what I received, I just got January 6th. And then I got some responses based off of emails that I initiated, updates that I initiated. So if it's February 28th and the last thing I had that was initiated by y'all was January 6th, let's say you communicated on January 6th and you communicated on February 17th. You're doing a once a month update from when Black Friday happened. That's long. And that's my opinion, like I said. It's my opinion, like I said. The other thing is, when you're saying they communicated several times more than many companies typically would in similar situations, well, in my experience as a natural hair person, many companies who were in similar situations, I'm thinking melanin hair care. I'm thinking Soultanicals, right? Companies who went through some level of business interruption, manufacturing delay, supply chain complication, then they did not adequately communicate in response to said things. That's not the company you trying to be in. When we're thinking of comparison, similar situations, I don't think you even want to put yourself in that category. So comparing to other people, I don't really think it's effective. I think it would have been more effective to just be like, hey, our operational definition of regular updates is every 30 days. Every 40 days. Because then I would know, okay, boom, you're going off of your own policy and how you're communicating. Now, she did provide some details from that February 17th update email that I didn't receive. So I felt like that was kind of cool. Had a little bit more information and insight. But here's where she lost me. There's nothing more we can do besides communicate, which we've consistently done. Girl, Black Friday. Let me quiet down. Black Friday was November 29th. We didn't get no emails. I'ma speak for me. No emails until January 6th. Okay? Cool. You're saying you ain't sent another email after that until February 17th. Now, this is my opinion. Twice in 3 months is not consistent communication. Twice in 3 months is not communicating several times. Respectfully. So with that being said, here was my response to Melissa. Let's wrap this up. Now, kudos to Melissa, y'all. This was the quickest turnaround communication she's had this entire time. I sent my email at 6:31 p.m. She responded to me at 8:14 p.m. That's even outside of business hours, so she went above and beyond. And now this might feel a little petty, because I think it is a little petty. But I still am saying that was great communication on her part to let me know that my refund was processed. All I'm about to say, y'all, to wrap this up, Adwoa, girl, no. Being realistic and pragmatic, I understand there's a likelihood that my constructive criticism and correction was received more harshly than I delivered it or intended it to be received. And so I get it. It happens to most of us. A lot of times it don't feel good for somebody to clearly explain where you caught slacking. With that being said, I felt my level of sympathy and understanding for their situation was not matched. It was still 3 months that went by without me getting my order, and I only had one update initiated from them about the status of my order and its shipment. And so I just think, you know what? Let me back off. Let them figure it out. If I decide to order from Adwoa in the future, I'll definitely let you guys know. I've always enjoyed the products that I've used from them. But for now, I'm gonna remove myself from the equation, like I said in my email. So yeah, y'all, that concludes my Adwoa story time and wraps up this Black Friday reflections. And my opinion still firmly stands that if a company has experienced any level of business interruption, manufacturing delays, or supply chain issues in the off season, they might need to consider sitting Black Friday out. And don't you dare have the pre-order on a website and you ain't got the inventory in the warehouse. That's just my opinion once again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your Black Friday experience was down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.